Hey guys and gals, Jim back here with another video update today. This time we'll be talking about the Academy 1/400 scale USS Missouri battleship and all that, and about the only thing new since last week is I took a ride to my local hobby town up in Rockford, about an hour ride from me. There was some paints online that I couldn't get, certain colors, so I checked out their website, and they had what I was looking for. So ran up there, picked up some different paints, and all that, and we'll go from there. So, but anyway, since last week, when I had the hull painted, the hull red. I had my boot stripe painted. Pretty much that was about it. Before we get too far, I want to mention something too. On both the models, the Enterprise and this one, I'm going to be making my own wooden bases, staining them up like a natural wood tone. Something probably like a provincial or something like that, or darker, medium color natural wood and that. But since I'm making wooden bases for them, and I wanted them to be mounted securely, both models, what I did, I cut little pieces of 1/4 inch hobby plywood, 1/4 inch thick. As you can see, I glued them to the inside of the hull, 5-minute with 5-minute epoxy. As you can see, I got a little drill hole poke so I know where they're at and all that. I did the same thing on both models. So that way when I mount them to the base, I can throw a little screw up in there and hold them down nice and secure and stuff. So they'll that'll hold nice and tight. So, but anyway, I picked up some paints. Been doing a lot of research. The kit, they tell you different colors, Mr. Color, this and that. And no matter what I did, downloaded photos. I went on several different forums. There's like 20 different ways that these guys paint, different shades of blue. I did find a photo that's actually, to me, instructions with the paint callouts and the mixes and stuff. So I'm going by that, since this is pretty much the same as the Tamiya kit, just a couple inches shorter. I'm going that route and everything. So anyway, when I went to Hobby Town, I picked up, they call out the hull color here up above the waterline. They call that out to be a navy blue. Other guys will say use a dark sea blue. I've seen some models that were painted. I'm doing this entirely in the measure 22, which is the blue hull and the blue decking and stuff. I decided to go that route like it was in World War II. After the war, after they signed surrender papers on the deck of the Missouri, which took place somewhere up in this area, on the way back to harbor, they proceeded to scrub down all the blue stain from the deck to return it to its natural teak color and stuff. But since this is World War II and everything, I decided I'm going to go with the full 22, measure 22. They call it measure 22 camo. But anyways, there's different guys. They'll tell you use this color. Other ones will tell you use this color. And the forums, they told you use a certain color for the deck, this and that. So I picked up some different shades of blues and go that route. The deck should be darker than the sides. I've seen some where the deck is lighter and the sides are darker. I'm going according to Tamiya paint callouts and stuff. I think that's pretty accurate and everything. Most of their kits are. So, but what I do, I picked up a couple. They didn't have the navy blue, what they call out for the side of the hull in bottles. The only thing it was the it's actually navy blue, U.S. Navy blue, U.S. Navy, and it only came in a rattle can, AS8. But that's what they got on the Tamiya paint guide. So I'm kind of hesitant. The color, the cap is more like a blue, navy blue, like most people think of, but it's actually like a grayish blue. And that's what I've seen in most more of the accurate photos. And since this is World War II, they don't really have photos of the actual ship back then, other than black and whites. The newer updated version from like 1991 era, that's all totally like a refit like the Enterprise. It's kind of it's got different weaponry on it and stuff, and it's painted more with the gray hull, the natural wood colored decking and stuff like that. It's a totally like revamped ship and everything. So, but I like the way the navy blue turned out. As you can see, it's got that blue hue to it, but it's a little bit more on the grayish side, which is supposed to be pretty accurate and everything. I did pick up a some guys say to use a intermediate blue on the deck, which is lighter. So you can see my little paint swatch there on my piece of sprue. It's more like a baby blue, sky blue color, way different than the cap. It'll get used sometime on a Star Trek ship or something. That blue is pretty common. But anyway, yeah, I went with the AS8, the spray can, which saved a lot of time mixing paint and getting the airbrush all set up and everything, cleaning things out and stuff afterwards. So I'm happy with the way that's coming out. I still got to paint my gray, which I'm probably going to go with the sky gray on here. I seen one gentleman, one couple people call out, use a flat gall gray, which is like way too light. It's almost like a whitish color, like a very light whitish gray, very pale. Kind of got a little sample of it there. So I'll probably end up going with my sky gray, which is more closely to what the box art and everything shows on there, and a lot of the photos I downloaded on the internet and stuff. So for the deck, I got what they call XF18. It's a medium gray. It's still on the much lighter side and everything. Kind of more like a powder cobalt blue. I've seen some forums and some guys use a sea blue for the deck. Thinned down with some white and stuff. That still seemed like, to me, instructions call for field blue, which is, you know, it's kind of on the darker blue side, and it tells you so many parts of this to a few little bit of flat white mixed in it and stuff. But I went with the XF50. It's called field blue. It's a pretty dark blue, but when you thin it down with some white, it should give me the right color that I'm looking for. It's kind of hard to tell, but on the box art, it's a real deep blue compared to the hull sides and stuff like that. So, and then the top of your turrets and all that stuff, all the different superstructure decks get that color, and then all the that's all on all the horizontal surfaces. Then all the vertical surfaces will be the gray. So, but that's where I'm at with this one. This is still just placed on there. It's nothing permanent and everything. So the first thing I'll probably end up doing is I'll get this here air part of the front of the hull painted the gray, and then what I'll do is I'll mask everything off, the sides of the hull and everything, and I'll probably do spray my blue down first. Once that's done, there's going to be a lot of masking around all the little greebles and stuff, and then I'll do my gray. So that's going to take some time. Once I get it painted, the painting part's easy. It's the masking part that takes time. Before I get all that done, there's a lot of little areas that are kind of marked with very fine raised surface, all your different tie down cleats and everything along there. I'll probably glue those on before I do any painting on the deck. That way I know they're glued down nice and tight, and they're not gonna, you know, break off or fall off or anything. And then once I get ready to paint the blue, everything will be covered in blue. Then I'll take and mask all the blue decking off, and I'll do my gray and stuff. So, but that's where I'm at. Happy the way this one's coming out. This one's going to take a little longer. You got some sunlight coming in the room there. You can see that kind of shade of that navy blue, and it pretty much, it's exactly what they show on the box art too. So, yeah, I'm happy with the way this is coming out. It's got a lot of really super detail. Again, on the back, I'll do the props after I'm done with everything, doing the masking and everything. I don't want to break the props off or nothing like that. But yeah, that's where we're at. It's a very nice kit. Thing is, they don't make it, and what I'll probably do before I start any paint work on the deck or anything, I'll probably take along the edge, the seam where the deck meets the edge of the hull. I'll probably take my X-Acto and just do a real fine trench there. You know, nothing really noticeable, but just leave an impression along the whole edge of the hull where the deck meets it, and that way when I get ready to glue down my photo etch railing, it'll have like something to, you know, like a guide for me to keep it in place, keep it nice and straight and uniform and all that. And when you do a ship that's got a wooden deck, you got a little bit of an edge of the wooden deck that you can glue your photo etch rail to. But in this case, since they don't make any kind of aftermarket, because it's not 350, it's not 700 scale. There's nothing's ever been done as far as wood deck or photo etch sets for this. My photo etch railing is World War II, United States Navy, just general railing. I got the three, looking at pictures, I got the 3 rail set. There's also a 2 rail set, but it seems like everything I saw in the pictures was the 3 rails, you know, the 3 different, you know, rails going up the height of it and stuff. So, but that's where we're at with this and all that. So this is going to be a little bit longer progress. I'll probably end up finishing up that Enterprise aircraft carrier before this, but so far things are coming out pretty good and all that. And like I said, this will be on a wooden base too, so that's gonna do it for this one. Well, I was at Hobby Town. I checked out a couple of the Star Trek kits, the Voyager. I never really got into the Star Trek Voyager series, so I passed on the new 1000 scale Voyager for now. Maybe down the line I might change my mind. And I also checked out they had the shuttle from the original series. I'd like to build the kit. You know, it's a pretty decent sized model, but I haven't seen anything as far as interior goes for those. So I'm not really, you know, I did build the original shuttle, the Galileo shuttle, way back, the original kit and stuff, but I skipped on that one for the time being. Maybe down the line I'll get into maybe picking that up and building the shuttle, but it'd really be nice to do some lighting and have a complete interior and all the seats and everything in it. But so far I haven't really seen much for it. So, but anyway, and another thing I forgot to mention, other than being interested in ship models since I've been a kid, way back in the late 60s, early 70s, when I was you know, getting out of grammar school, going into high school and everything, on Sunday afternoons, they used to have on WGN TV in Chicago, I'm sure it was on other stations throughout the country, Fraser Thomas with Family Classics. And a movie that was on quite a bit on Family Classics was Sink to Bismarck. I used to enjoy that movie. That was one of my favorite movies growing up and stuff. You know, I really wasn't big time in the war stuff, but it was just it was a real good movie and stuff. You know, a lot of battleship action and things like that during the Pacific War. And so that's another thing that's spiked my interest in model ships from back in my childhood and my early teenage years when I used to watch that movie every time it came on. So, but for now, that's going to do it. We got a lot of overspray, but that's going to all disappear once I start getting the deck painted up and everything. So I'm just looking forward to all the masking after I get the first color laid down on the deck. So till the next time, I want to thank all you guys for following along. Thanks to my subscribers. I'd like to thank all my new subscribers. Thanks for the great comments you guys been leaving me. Thanks for hitting the like button, and we'll talk to you probably next week when I do another update on. I'll probably do another update in about a week on both of these ships, how the progress is coming along. So till the next time, everybody take care. Stay warm out there. Spring is getting close. Racing season starts next weekend and all that. So NASCAR. So that's a sure sign spring is on the way and all that. So we'll talk to you soon with another video update on what I got going on with my builds. Take care. Bye.